What shall I name those current crevasses that on a triple dactyl foot do run, close to the ground with sliding passages, wherein that dancer with greatest praise hath won, which with best order can all order shun? For everywhere he wantonly must range, and turn and wind with unexpected change. Sir John Davies, 1596. Description of the dance called the Corrente. The Corrente or Corrente is the second movement in a suite or partita, the first being the Allemande. Last time I played for you the first movement of this B minor partita, of which the Corrente is the second movement. The Corrente or Corrente had three forms or permutations in its heyday. The Corrente is the Italian and the oldest word for the dance. Curro means to run in Latin, as does courir in French. The rhythm is a running one, so it has a constant run of eighth notes in a triple meter. So, and it's in 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's in its simplest interpretation. The second form of the Corrente is the court dance form, and which Mattheson, Bach's contemporary, wrote, "Hope must spring eternal in the human breast to a Corrente." The third form of the Corrente is the so-called instrumental form, and this last was composed in 6/4, which allows for all sorts of variations in accentuation. So you can have 3 groups of 2 or 2 groups of 3. Or the eighth note remains the same. Now, in 6/4, you can have 3 groups of 4, or you can have 4 groups of 3. And Bach had lots of fun going back and using this to keep his river running. So, Bach writes the Corrente that I'm going to play for you in 3/4, 3/4 notes per bar. But in the manuscript, he puts a little mini bar line in between every other bar, which would hint at a 6/4, because there's only a full bar line every 6 quarter note beats. So he's named this movement a Corrente, which is the old Latin name, and uses the customary cadential form of the third Corrente permutation, which is 3 groups of 2 half notes in the penultimate bar, followed by the 2 groups of 3. So that would be which is exactly what happens in this Corrente. So it's not exactly 3 groups of 4, but then Bach was never one to follow the letter. Christoph Wolff, the historian, noted that Bach's son, Carl Philipp Emanuel, wrote about his father that it was Bach's love and aptitude for music as a gift of nature that urged him to move beyond the limits set by others. Going back to Davies' poem, it's interesting to look at the rhythm of his poem, which is also alternating between 3s and 2s. What shall I name those current crevasses? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that on a triple dactyl foot do run, which, although he's talking about triplets, he puts it into 2, wherein that dancer with greatest praise hath won, for everywhere he wantonly must range, and turn and wind with unexpected change, is that those 3 groups of 4, the da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. So, fascinating. It's also in poetry, of course. But we don't recite the words like that, and nor do we play the music like that. It's something that rests behind and informs the expression of the pieces.